So again, I wanted to just thank everyone for joining for this really awesome opportunity live from Mumbai. We have DILIP Kelkar, and he's going to talk a little bit about his concept. It's different than anything we've done before, which is why we love having these guest teachers. One thing that I wanted to tell you is for all of the teachers, including today, if you want to connect with them further, you have their name, they're tagged in all of our social media. They provide their contact information, so you can always reach out to them, recommend them to your friends. I hope you're going to enjoy today's lesson. The only thing, today's practice rather, the only thing I wanted to say is because it is September 11th, we spoke ahead and decided that possibly we're just going to take 2 minutes of silence for some of the tragedy that happened in the United States this time in 2001. So we'll do that now, and I welcome everybody. And after 2 minutes, DILIP, you can feel free to go ahead and start the program. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and turn it over to you, DILIP.
Yeah. Okay. Should I start?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for observing that moment of silence. And now we'll turn it over to DILIP, and you may start. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Let me start. Namaste. Hari Om Tat Sat. I welcome everybody on this session. Now, this particular yoga, I have named it as Mission Oxygen. This yoga is a bit different from what yoga you have been learning or you must have seen, because nowadays what has happened is this yoga is shifting a little bit towards gymnastics. I want to stop that thing, because what happens is, any age person, if you are an old person, suddenly if the awareness about yoga happens to you, and at the age of 55 or 60, whatever, if you're not doing it right from the beginning, and these people come and they show you different things, you do this way, that way, bending, stretching and all, that can backfire. So what I have done is, this my yoga is an entirely different concept. It is only breathing, and I claim that doing only conscious breathing can give you much more benefits then you're doing this asanas and all those things. I have been doing it since last 15 years. I don't do any asana. I don't do any asana except I sit in Vajrasana sometimes for yoga, like I have sat down, but sometimes I sit in Vajrasana. Otherwise, I do, apart from that, I don't do any asana, only breathing, conscious breathing exercises, patterns, different patterns I do. And the basic idea behind that is what has happened after this COVID thing, people have realized the importance of lungs in our body. So far, just 2 or 3 years back, not much of an importance was given to lungs, to the breath. People used to do asanas, do like this, do like this, do like this, sit in different poses, lie down, put your leg this side, put your leg that side. But the basic thing you have to take, inhale and exhale, that was not explained properly. And what has happened is during this COVID period, now people have realized the importance of lungs. Gymming, go to gym and all. I don't criticize, but you have seen, you must have realized, you must have read it, you must have experienced it. The external appearance, how masculine you are, you're a very good bodybuilder, that doesn't have any value if your internal immunity is not good. The main thing which stands out is the internal immunity. And my exercise is completely exercise internal organs. Externally, you may not see anything. You may not see masculine body, you may not see cuts, this, that, but internally it gives you strength. This exercise is for the organs which are internal organs and totally based on different types of breathing. Conscious breathing. What happens is we do short breathing, and that is the problem starts there. We use hardly 30% to 35% of the lungs capacity, not more than that, because we are doing short breathing. Secondly, I am coming to the second point. Our body is designed in such a way that the whatever toxins are getting saturated every day, those are to be thrown out by way of exhaling and different glands. Now the body is designed in such a way that 65 to 70% of the toxins in body which get saturated over the period, every day toxins get saturated, every day you have to detox it. The 65 to 70% of the toxins should be thrown out by way of exhaling, and only 30 to 35% toxins should be thrown out by way of your perspiration, your urination, and your going for toilets and all those things. And your mucus, cough, mucus, these are another part, that is around 30 to 35%. What happens is we do short breathing, and due to that, the toxin saturation takes place in our body. And other glands, endocrine glands, which are designed to throw out the toxins, are designed only for that particular 30 to 35% of the capacity of the toxins to be thrown out. There is a pressure on those glands, and those glands don't function properly. Kidney is there. Suppose if there's a lot of pressure on the kidney may not be able to filter out. So what happens is the pressure on kidney, stones start forming. If you don't have proper motion, there will be toxin saturation in your intestine. There will be toxin saturation in your mucus by way of mucus. These are the things. So you have to detox your body every day. So these toxins, what you are doing, you have to throw out. So toxin, maximum amount of toxin should be thrown out by way of exhaling. So that is why I give more importance to breathing. And another part, the other theory for this is, if each and every cell of your body, our body is made out of billions of cells. It's a cellular structure actually. So each and every cell of your body starts getting proper oxygen supply. No bad bacteria. I am using bad bacteria. This word particularly I am using because there are some bacteria which are good bacteria. So no bad bacteria or no foreign virus. Any outside virus can attack you because your immunity, internally you are very strong by doing this exercise. we are concentrating more on supplying the oxygen to each and every cell of your body by doing this exercise. So that is why I have mentioned that there is no bending, no stretching, only little bit of micro exercises along with the breathe, coordination with the breathe, and that's all. If you cannot sit down, you can do it sitting on a chair. The main condition is whatever exercise you are doing, if you are sitting down, definitely you are putting a mat. But if you are sitting on a chair, I request everybody to have a smaller mat under your feet. So whatever positive energy you develop by doing this exercise doesn't get grounded. So that's the only thing. You don't require anything else. So now I will start my first exercise. Actually, it's a series of exercise. So I'll try to cover it a little bit more. And then if you like it, we can have more sessions of this. But that feedback, you give it to Miss Asya. We are in contact, and she has given my number also. So you can contact me directly. But if it comes through her, that is much better, because we can build a strong relationship. We can have lectures, we can have about, every week 2 or 3 times we can meet. I can teach you something more. This is just today's session. I would consider it as just an introduction. I'll show you some different exercises, different patterns. There are a lot of their patterns are there, but today I will show the basic patterns I'm going to show. The first thing what I'm going to show is the diaphragmatic breathing. You must be knowing it if you have done it. Again, I'm showing it to you. Let me remove my picture. Diaphragmatic breathing is, you have a diaphragm in the middle, under your lungs and your stomach. So that the flexibility of the diaphragm is very important, because if the diaphragm flexibility goes, you'll have problem of short breathing. So diaphragmatic breathing is, you have to, and another thing, just make it a point. Now I have kept my eyes open because I am giving a lecture to you. But when you do the exercise, try to focus on your breath. So all this exercise should be done with your eyes closed. Don't open your eyes. Continuously keep your eyes closed and focus inside. Focus inside. When you are breathing, feel the breathe, feel the air going to your lungs. And when you are exhaling, feel that thing you are throwing out, and always have a feeling that when you're breathing in positive energy, and we are exhaling. When you are exhaling, you are throwing out the negative energy of your body. And that's the main reason I have told you to keep a mat underneath. If you're sitting on a chair, of course, when you're sitting on a floor, you're sitting on a mat, so you're not touching the floor anywhere. Because this positive energy, what you are going to get by doing this exercise, should be stored in your body. We are a little bit selfish there, but that's okay, because we don't want to lose that positive energy to be grounded. So you should not be touching floor anywhere. Okay. I'll show you my first exercise. Another thing is, if you have any questions to be asked, please feel free to ask me in the middle also. After doing one pattern, if you want to ask something, you can ask me right now, or you can write to me, or you can contact me directly. I am very happy to show it again. I will show, because you may not understand it at the first go. So what I am showing you right now, just try to follow it. If you don't understand, if you have any question about it, if you have any doubts about it, please feel free to contact me directly or contact through Miss Asya. Okay, now I'll start my first exercise. This exercise is diaphragmatic breathing. I'm doing my onion also. And now you have to imagine that when you are breathing in, you have to imagine a balloon. When you are inflating a balloon, you just blow into it and the balloon starts going big, but it doesn't go big here first. It goes big at the other end. if the balloon is long. So consider this as the other end of the balloon and breathe in, deep breathe in, and while breathing in, try to take out your tummy out. Actually, the air is not going in your tummy, it is going in your lower lobes of the, see there are 4 lobes of your lungs. So what we are going to do here is, we are going to activate the lower lobes. This is what short breathing, you generally breathe on the top lobes, but these 2 lower lobes, the stale air, whatever air is there, we are going to replace that air. One more point in my exercise, in this all exercise, whatever I am doing, there is a pattern of 1, 2, 2. Try to observe that pattern. If your inhale is 1 count, your holding, we call it kumbhaka. That is the antar kumbhaka. So that is the holding of the breath. That holding should be 2 counts and the exhaling should be 2 counts. So when you are inhaling, try to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is the holding. And exhaling is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So that pattern has to be observed. I am doing my first exercise now. So, and I'm keeping my eyes open just to show you. But when you are doing it, today you can keep it open. But when you start practicing daily, try to keep your eyes closed and concentrate totally on your breath. Today you can keep your eyes open. Okay? The first exercise is just keep your hand like this, yoga mudra on your. If you are sitting on a chair, if you have armrest on the chair, keep your hands on the armrest. If the chair is without the armrest, that's okay. You can keep your hand like this. But if your armrest is there, just keep your hand like this. And then try to, don't do like this. Keep it like this on the armrest. And try to breathe in. Just take your tummy out when you're breathing in. This way. Second time I'm doing. One more time. Every exercise, every pattern, I'll show you 3 times. You must have seen when I'm exhaling it little forcefully. And whenever I'm exhaling, I'm taking my tummy in, putting little pressure. And when I'm inhaling, I'm taking it out. And while exhaling, I'm just taking it inside like this. This gives the churning effect for your intestines and your colon. So whatever toxins are there, saturated or stuck, they are pushed down. And next day morning, if you're doing it, this exercise preferably it should be done in the morning. But if you don't have time in the morning, you can do it in the evening also. The only condition is you must have had solid food at least 4 to 5 hours earlier, and liquid, if you have tea or any liquid thing if take, that should be at least 1 to 1.5 hours earlier. So there should be a gap of about 4 to 5 hours after you have consumed your solid food, or a gap of about 1 to 1.5 hours if you have consumed any liquid. That's all. But preferably this should be done in the morning. Preferably. If you start doing it, you will immediately feel the effect. It is clinically proven that by doing this exercise, within 3 to 4 hours, the cellular changes start taking place in your body. It is clinically proven. So this was my first exercise. I call it as a diaphragmatic breathing. This way, breathe in and breathe out little forcefully. Take the tummy in this way. Now the second exercise is you have to keep your hand this way, and this is the fusion. I'll tell you what it is, but first you see the exercise. The exercise is when you are taking the breathe in inside, you have to raise your hand this way, and just this way you have to put your hands, hold it, and then you take your hands, and then the fingers, both the fingers of both the hands touch the ends of the fingers and just press little bit and then exhale. Just press little bit and then exhale. Now the benefit of this exercise is when you're breathing in, the breath should be, when you're taking your hands up, your breath should end. So there is a coordination of your breath and your hand movement, and hold it for a while. Again, the pattern is same, 1, 2, 2. Take it down this way. Your fingers, keep the fingers right in front of your navel and just press, not more, just apply little force on your fingers and then exhale. And while exhaling, same thing, try to take your tummy in. I'll show you 3 times. I'll show you. Now, this exercise, these are 2 motor joints over here, shoulder joints. If you do this, now again I'm telling you, some people may have difficulty in raising their hands, particularly older people, because your hand, if your hand goes only this much, or one hand goes this much, another hand goes this much, okay, no problem. Don't put any pressure. We are not going to give stress on your body. At ease, everything has to be done at ease. Now, suppose if your hand is going this way and another hand is going this much, well, it's okay, no problem. Hold it there, hold for a while, 1, 2, 2 pattern, keep that in mind. Bring the hands down, put your fingers this way, just press a little bit and exhale. You will find, if you do it every day, you will find that within a span of 3 to 4 months, your hand will automatically start going this way. There are many who have attended my workshops. They have found it. There was one lady, when I first gave her this demonstration, her hands were going only this much. And after 6 months, automatically the hand got repaired. She said, even I didn't realize when my hands became free. This is the beauty of the exercise. Mission oxygen. What happens is when you're doing it, the ligament, the cells which are damaged over there automatically get repaired. The cells which are bad, they die. New cells take place. So that is the beauty of this exercise. Just raise it this way, try to hold it for a while, take it down, just keep your fingers this way, press one upon, and then just release. And while exhaling, take your stomach inside. That's a compulsory thing, stomach inside. What you are doing, the stomach inside, when you take your tummy inside, you will feel little pressure on the back side from where your spinal cord starts. That is important. The main reason behind that is our spinal cord, the nervous system of a body is provided through our spinal cord. there is a fluid. Our brain and the spinal cord is completely covered under fluid. There is fluid. Spinal cord and brain is under fluid that is called spinal fluid. Now, what happens is when you do this way and do in inhaling, exhaling, the spinal fluid gets churned, it gets activated, and the oxygen percentage which is less in it, the oxygen enters there and it damaged cells are there, it's repaired, and you'll never have problem of your spinal cord also. So there is 3 to 4 benefits in the exercise: your motor joints, your spinal cord, and the coordination of breath and body this way. Because the basic thing is your breathing in should end exactly when your hands have touched. Only if you are able to touch it, but if you are able to make your hands only this much, okay, fair enough, no problem. Within 2-3 months, 6 months down the line, your hand will straight away go up. The flexibility increases automatically. You don't have to see. Don't pressurize anything. Don't have to see. Automatically, the flexibility of your body will increase. The oxygen will take care of everything. Don't worry about that. Oxygen is supreme, and oxygen to each and every cell of your body. Automatically, when you do this, oxygen will be supplied to each and every cell. The blood circulation increases. That is the most important thing. Now, the third exercise which I'm going to show you is you have to keep your hand this way. Now, in first exercise, we took care of our lower lobes. In second exercise, when we raised our hand and when we did this way, the upper lobes and the backside, the rib cage, the motor joints, and spinal cord. Because when you do this way, you feel pressure here, complete pressure here. So if there is a pain, just hold it that time. If you start paining, just hold it. Because if the pain comes, hold it that way only. Don't allow the pain to increase. Take it down. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, after a week or so, you will feel that pain is not there, and automatically your hand will start going like this. Okay, so that was the second thing. Now the third thing is we are going to concentrate on the upper lobes. So what we are going to do is keep your hand this way. I'll show you 3 times and then I'll explain it to you. You are taking care of your upper lobes. This time we are not concentrating on our lower lobes. We are not concentrating on our stomach, belly, I mean. We are only concentrating on this part. Only this part we are concentrating, and take the breathing as much as you can. Pattern is same 1 to 2. Hold it and then release it. If anybody is having asthma problem, this exercise, this third one, is very much beneficial. If you have an asthma attack or if you have a short breathing problem, because many people cannot breathe deeply. So first exercise when you are doing this, you are actually what you are doing is you are increasing the flexibility of your diaphragm. Second exercise you are doing this way, your rib cage get loosened up and your motor joints, and this expansion, because many people have a problem of expansion of this particular part, because this expansion is very much important for the more air to come in, because if this part doesn't expand properly, you may not be able to breathe in more air. Just keep in mind that we are focusing on maximum amount of air. We are going to do is we are increasing the capacity of our lungs, because the very first thing which I told you at the beginning, that we are using our lungs at very much under capacity. The capacity of a lung is much larger than what we are doing it actually. So we are just increasing the capacity of the lungs and we are taking more oxygen in. Now here what happens is, yeah, I'm not saying that whenever you are breathing, the entire amount of oxygen what you breathe in is sucked into the body. Some amount of oxygen is sucked into the body, and by way of exhaling, the oxygen goes out again in the air. But what we are doing is we are allowing more air to come inside. So more amount of oxygen will be sucked inside, and whatever stale oxygen, because the alloys are there, we call small things alloys. Actually, they suck the oxygen and they supply the carbon dioxide again back for the exhaling purpose. So this carbon dioxide and other things, the cells and all, these are the toxins we are throwing out. So this is very important. Now the third thing which I showed you, the fourth one is you have to sit in this way and your two thumbs are to be kept exactly in the middle of your rib cage over here. Namaskara, what we call it here is, and just by two thumbs, just press little bit in the middle of the rib cage. Now this pressing, what happens is we have got a thymus gland which is located over here. This thymus gland, the function of the thymus gland is to produce T cells. Now what is T cells? T cells are the cell which are doing, actually they are guards to fight with any bacteria or any virus. These are the main cells. This is the center for producing the T cell, thymus gland. So when we are just pressing it here and breathing in, that time we are activating the thymus gland, and we are allowing more T cells to form. The immunity increases. Overall immunity, of course, increases by doing all these exercises, but particularly this exercise when we are doing, I'll show you how we are doing it. That time we are increasing more T cells because the vibrations, I'm going to take out some sound. So that sound will give the vibrations to the thymus gland, and the breathing in process will give more oxygen for T cells to get more T cells will be manufactured over here. Let me show you. This is the fourth one. Now let me explain it. the humming sound which I produced, that is to be done at the beginning of this. What I am doing is I am keeping my fingers this namaskara position, and I'll just show you sideways. When I'm doing it this way, I am pressing here in the middle. Little pressure, not much. Little pressure I'm applying, and I'm doing this humming. And then after this, I'm breathing in. And when I'm taking my hands up, I'm doing it this way. The second exercise, what we did, that time we raised our hand and did this way. Straight namaskara. Now in this exercise, fourth exercise, after finishing this humming, breathe in as much air as you can. Hold your breath, and while raising your hands, just raise it this way and do it reverse namaskara. Palm should be touching this way, not this way. It should be this way, and it will go up. Hold it this way for a while. Take it down. Again, bring it to original position, and then exhale. Now here what happens is, I've told you in the beginning, all these exercises are fusions. There are two, three different things are there involved in it. Now in this exercise, when we are doing humming, that time the vibrations of that humming we are applying to our thymus gland. After doing that, we are inhaling, taking our belly out. We are using our diaphragm. We inhale as much air as we can. Hold it. Take it up this way. Put your hand this way, not this way, this way. And then take it down, bring it pagar here. Now here what happens is, when you are doing this way, your wrist, this joint gets activated. Many people have problem in their wrist pain, their fingers pain. This problem will automatically go. Because if anything is there, the ligaments over here and here, your elbow, because you are doing it this way, so you will feel the pressure at the elbow also. You will feel the pressure at the wrist also. You may not be able to do it in the beginning. Like I told you, your second exercise, if you are able to take your hand this much, one hand this much, one hand only this much, well, it's okay. If you are able to take your hand, both hands only this much, well, it's okay, no problem. Our goal is to touch our hand this way, exactly like this, touching your ear and straight. And then we have to bring it down. That was our second exercise. And while we bring it down, we are doing this. We are just pressing the ends of our fingers this way, just keeping pressed. When we are pressing the ends and when we release that, the blood circulation in your finger increases. Everything is focused on blood circulation, nothing else. That is the beauty of this exercise. Very simple exercise, no complexities. Anybody can do it. A person who is 80 years old, a child who is 10 years old. And all these exercise when you are doing, you have to keep your eyes closed. Focus on your breathing only. Complete focus should be on breathing. Don't, because if you keep eyes open, you are likely to get distracted. Another thing is, try to do these exercise, all these 4 points, plus there are still more, but I'm just interrupting in the middle, in a fresh air. Don't do it in an air-conditioned room. Keep the doors and windows of your room open and let the fresh air come in. Take the fresh air inside. If you are doing it in the morning, if you are sleeping in the night, keeping your windows and doors closed, putting up your air conditioner, no problem. Morning when you get up, open the doors and windows, let the fresh air come in, and then we do this exercise. Don't do this exercise in a still air, in a fresh air. If you have a garden, if you have a backyard, if you have a lawn, and if you can do it sitting in a lawn, nothing like that. It is icing on the cake. If you're doing it, if you're having a good sun, if you're doing it in the morning sun, well, absolutely okay. Because when you're doing it, try to keep your body as much open as you can. That is why I've removed everything. I'm just putting my short. Let the sun, let everything, let the air mingle with your skin. You will not have any skin problem. Absolutely, I'm telling you, because when you do this exercise, everything gets repaired automatically. That is the beauty of this exercise. I have been doing it since last 15 years. Since last 5 to 6 years, I have started teaching, and I have got very, very positive results from all my students, all my customers. I have been doing, they are doing it regularly, and they are referring my name, and many people have contacted me because this exercise is very simple. There is no bending, stretching. You don't have to lie down. Anybody can do it. That's the beauty of this exercise. And another thing I'm telling you, in last 15 years, I'm not telling any lie. I have not consumed a single pill. I am 65 years old. I have no blood pressure problem. I have no sugar problem. I have not at all any problem. I get my motions regularly in the morning. I never have constipation problem. I never have gastric problem. I never have acidity. So why I'm telling you all these things is, if you have all these problems or any of these problems, because you are likely that everybody has this problem, do this exercise. You will not realize when you have overcome this problem. That's the beauty. Many of my customers, those who had different sort of problem, I tell them, you do this regularly, honestly, and after 3 to 4 months, if you have to do any follow-up, contact me. I'll teach you again. Do this regularly, and you will find that you get relief from all these sort of problems. That's the thing. You get sound sleep. Okay, in the old age, people don't get sound sleep. Fair enough, no problem. But 4 hours to 5 hours sound sleep also in an old age, if you get, that is very important. That should be there. And once you start doing this exercise, automatically you will start getting, because this exercise fine tunes all the problems of the body. It fine tunes your chemical problems of the body also. It fine tunes hormonal problems for ladies, those who have hormonal problems. Those problems also automatically get solved. I can explain you a bit more about it. This is all the introduction I'm telling you in this session. That is why I've told you right in the beginning, because there's vast knowledge in it. I can explain each and every aspect, at least more than half an hour every aspect will take. But at the introductory lecture, I cannot explain everything. I'm just touching all the points. And then if you have any particular problem, because it's not that everyone will have all these problems. One will have gastric problem, one will have a motion problem, one will have acidity problem, one will have sleep apnea. So a lot of different things are there. So you can contact me personally through Asya. I again request you, try to contact through her, or you can contact me. And then particularly for that problem, I will suggest some exercises, because these exercises today I'm showing you patterns. These are general patterns. Every day you must do. But if you have any specific problem, contact me. Particularly how to overcome that problem, I will give you a particular exercise where your emphasis should be there. These are to be done, but that particular exercise will help you solve that particular problem faster. Like those who have vertigo problem, because recently, in just about last 6 months, I have solved vertigo problems of many guys and ladies. Particularly this problem in India, lot of ladies have vertigo problem. The virus of the vertigo enters in your body through your ear, and medication is there, but that medication is a temporary relief. They give you certain medication. It's a 5 days course or 3 days course. You take 2 pills a day, 3 pills a day, and then you feel better. But for those 3 days, you feel drowsy. You feel like sleeping whole day. The problem will get solved for 2 to 3 months. Again, after 3 months, the problem starts. Same course you have to do, because I have solved such cases. For that, I've got a very simple exercise, which is called ear purification exercise. Today, I'm not showing it to you, but why I'm declaring it, because any one of you has this particular problem, vertigo problem, you can contact me. I will teach you that exercise also. Now I am coming back to my fifth exercise. Again, I am repeating all the first four exercises which I showed you. The first one was the diaphragmic one. This way, take your breathe in, hold it, release it. It's just a small recap. The second one was keep your hands like this. Or if you are sitting on a chair, keep your hand this way and take it up this way, hold it, take it down, press the ends of your finger, little pressure and release, exhale. And all the exhale should be powerful exhale. Because in my all exercises, the importance is given for exhaling. Because the basic idea is, if the exhale is powerful, by default, the next inhale is going to be a powerful one. Because everything is empty, so when you inhale, by default, it is going to be a deep breath. So that is the main idea behind it. The third one was, you are sitting this way, feel the chest, the upper part of the chest. That was the third one. The fourth one was that humming in the beginning. After the humming, inhale as much air as you can. Keep the pressure on your thymus gland by the thumbs here in a namaskara position. Take your hands up in a reverse namaskara position. Hold it and take your hands down and then release. Then exhale. And while exhaling, take the stomach inside. That was the fourth one. Now the fifth one, which I am going to show you, that is called Shitali Pranayam. Now this pranayam, this exercise is for the people, those who have heat problem. Now, suddenly if the atmosphere heat increases, if the temperature increases, many people have heat problem, or many people have heat problem, body heat problem also. If you consume anything, lot of heat generated in body, you have boils in your mouth, you have eruption, heat eruption on your skin. Some may have problem while going for urinating, some may have problem in their stomach also, because of the heat, they feel all fire, they feel all pain. So this particular exercise is to take out excess heat from your body. So this exercise is, I'll just show you. And another benefit of this exercise is it activates the saliva gland. There is a gland, the saliva, because whenever we eat anything, the first thing which comes into contact of our body from to the food, the teeth, and when we start chewing it, the saliva get mixed into it, and then we eat it inside. It goes into your stomach, and the next process starts. So saliva, the mixing of the saliva is very, very important for cracking the food. Because if the food doesn't get cracked properly, then what happens is you will have indigestion problem, and the indigestion will lead you the generation of heat. It will lead you to upset stomach. A lot of things happen due to indigestion. So the saliva has to be mixed in your food properly. That is the very important thing. So this particular exercise will, if anybody has dry mouth problem, now those who don't have that problem will not understand, but a person who has a dry mouth problem is a horrible thing. I've come across some people, because they drink so much of water, but their mouth goes dry. They have a problem of indigestion too, because the saliva doesn't get mixed in the food properly. Now this particular exercise will activate the saliva gland, and it will take out the heat from your body. I'll show you how it is to be done. You have to breathe in normally, like the first exercise which I showed you, taking your stomach up. Only the exhaling is through your mouth. and there is a way of exhaling. I'll just show you. This way it is. One more time. Inhaling, it's very simple. The first one which I showed you, inhale as much air as you can, take out your belly, push the diaphragm down, so the air goes right in all the four things. Because see what happens by doing all these four exercises, you have activated your all four lobes. So now the fifth one, you will find it much easier to take out your belly, and your four lobes will get fully filled with the air. Exhaling, what you have to do is, you have to take out your tongue out. Listen, you may not be able to fold your tongue this way, the way which I folded. Automatically, this will happen. It will take time, because that is the flexibility of the tongue. Because if you fold your tongue this way, the tip of the tongue. Now, exhaling is very tricky. What you have to do is, when you are exhaling it, all these exercises, like I told you, you have to keep your eyes closed. But this particular exercise, when you are exhaling it, just fold your out, take out your tongue as much as you can, fold the tongue this way, and try to throw the air out from the tip of the tongue, like a flute, you know. Now, what happens is, when you are taking the air out on the tip of the tongue, and the air is passing from the tip of the tongue with a great velocity, the tip gets chilled, because the heat from that particular part try to vent out, and the tip gets chilled because the air is passing through it with a great velocity. When you finish this exercise, when you take your tongue inside, the chill of the tongue will give that chillness right up to here. You do it properly. If you don't understand, you can contact me afterwards. I will explain it to you again. And that chill here, because those who have a dry throat problem, dry mouth problem, that chill will automatically activate the saliva gland, and you will have your mouth wet. You will not have mouth dry mouth problem will not be there, and whatever you eat, the proper amount of saliva will get mixed, because when you are chewing it, it will go down, it will go in your stomach, and you will not have indigestion problem. Find it, because this is very important. Another thing is, again, there is a fusion. The saliva glands gets activated. The chillness will give you the chillness right up to here, because when you take your tongue inside, the chilled tongue will give that chillness right up to over here. And the third thing is, you will not have, because if the proper amount of saliva is mixed when you are chewing it, you will not have indigestion problem. So that was the fifth one. The sixth one is Bhramari. It is the humming exercise. Now here what I have done is, Bhramari, you can do it this way also, but here what I am going to do is, I am just going to put these fingers over here. That's all. Keep your eyes closed and put this finger over here and do that humming sound. So that vibration will go right up to here, and you can feel the vibration. I'll just show it to you, because the next thing is afterward. What happens suddenly if you start doing this way? It is not possible. So we are going step by step. Today I'm just showing you the first basic thing of Brahmari, because then advancement can be done afterwards. Because this particular exercise, Brahmari, it requires you have to close uh, your ears this way, then you have to close your eyes this way, and you have to just press your nostrils with this finger, ring finger. But this entire thing at the first go is not possible. I understand. So I teach my students this way. First, do only this. Get full practice in this. Get fluency by doing this. Then do a little bit of advancement, and then you go to the third stage by just not putting the nostril over here. I'm going to show you the basic first thing of Brahmari. Just listen to it and see it. It is this way. This is the first thing you try to do it. After that, there are another movements are there. You have to close your eyes because the thumb has to go here. These two fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, are used for closing the eyes, and the ring finger is used for just pressing the nostril. So the effect is more. The echo effect comes in your brain this way, the entire head. But that takes time. At the very first go, it is not possible. If you do it wrong, it backfires. So first thing, you just do it this way. This solve. This gives you about 50% benefits of the proper full Brahmari Pranayam. Just do it this way. Try to have full control on this, and then the next step is slowly I can teach you this. So these are the 7 exercises which I've showed you. There are so many more are there because mine is a very big thing. It cannot be covered in an hour. So I'm just going to stop it here today, here only. Just do these 7 exercises which I have showed you every day morning. Now here we have taken about an hour to do this, but if you do these exercises, you have to do it only to start with, to begin with, only 5 or 6 times every exercise. So it's a matter of hardly 20 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, because even if you take a rest of 1 or 2 minutes after every exercise, the entire pattern will go not more than 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. And then if you have any problem, if you have any doubt, try to do it. If you cannot do it properly, please feel free to contact me directly or contact through Asya. Please feel free. And I'm sure this will definitely give you confidence. And the beauty of these exercises, like I've told you, try to sit, expose your body directly to the air, directly to the environment. If you can do it out on the lawn, if you can do it sitting in a garden, I'm not in, because if you sit in a garden in public park, that's not good. You can sit in your house. In your house, you can sit this way. If you can have a lawn, if you have a smaller garden, your private garden, you can do it. That's best thing. If you can do it on your terrace directly, if the sun is there, it's much better. Try to do it in the midst of the air. Don't do it in an air-conditioned room. Do it in the fresh air. Let the fresh air touch your body. It will do all the repairing. Everything will get over. Any problem is there, this exercise You don't have to do any asana. I'll tell you, I can guarantee you, because there are so many things more, but which I'm not going to show it today. Only beginning is only all these 7 exercises start in the beginning. There's still more are to be there. Their body locks are there, but at one go it is not possible, and it is very much difficult for the people, for the students who are attending this workshop to keep everything in mind. So that is why I have just shown you the beginning. There is a lot more in this. Lot more things are there, which I'll show you later on. You can contact me, or I'll request Asya to conduct some more lectures on this afterwards. If you have friends, if you like it, you can tell it to your friends. You can make your group. You can make a group of people, your family members. You can contact me. We will have an arrangement of conducting lectures this day. Okay. Bye bye for now, and wish you all the best. Start doing it every day. Make it a practice to see, to do it every day. That's all. Bye.
Thank you so much. And
Thank-
because this is such a super skill and a lot of techniques that maybe we haven't caught quickly because it's just 1 hour, there is a recording that's available, and I'm going to pause it now, but I will send it to each of you, and that way you can continue just to practice a little bit. That will be available for 1 week after this. So,
Okay.
thank you so much.